This is Marlo Anderson with the Tech Ranch, reporting for TPN.TV. I'm standing right next to Keith with Flir, and they have a very unique add-on to a smart device. Keith, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you got here?
Yeah, this is called a thermal imaging device. It will be coming out mid-year for both iOS devices that have a Lightning connector, as well as Android devices that have the micro USB port. So basically, the camera detects part of the electromagnetic spectrum that our eyes cannot see, primarily a long wave infrared, technically. So for this particular device, we actually have two cameras. One is the thermal imaging sensor, and the other one is a visible camera. And through the app available through iTunes, it actually blends the two images together, so it embosses the edge detail of the visible camera onto the thermal image. So for folks who aren't as familiar with thermal imaging, it really provides that necessary context so they really understand what they're looking at.
So give me some examples maybe of what you would use thermal imaging for.
Yeah, some examples are for home maintenance and DIY projects. It's a great tool to find the studs behind a wall, an exterior wall in particular. If you want to hang a picture, perhaps there might even be a critter in the wall and you need to take care of it. Yeah. Also for things like air leaks in doorways, windows, water leak especially, those can be very expensive because this will pick up the evaporation of the water before you even see it coming through the wall before the wall gets wet.
Okay. So what about, like, in cold weather climates, is this utilized as well to maybe find leaks around windows and things along those lines?
Yeah, absolutely. You can also use it to find missing insulation. It's a great tool for people who want to inspect their home. Perhaps you're buying a house. It can show you some basic issues that might be available or might be around, and then you can use like perhaps more advanced thermal imaging camera to dive deeper into the issue. It's also great for outdoor use as well, making sure that campfire really is out. And of course, this requires no visible light to operate because it doesn't pick up visible light, the thermal image sensor. So it's great to find animals in pitch black. Even like in the backyard, can't find the cat. This tool works great. You don't necessarily have to be on safari to take advantage of it.
Okay, so maybe we can just take a quick image here, maybe of people walking by, just so we can kind of zoom in on that. So Keith, why don't you explain real quick what we're seeing here?
So what you're seeing here is a thermal image, and this is called the iron color palette. So the hottest objects in the scene are bright yellow, and the cool are purple. And you can actually swap out different color palettes depending on your application. So you might want to use gray because it provides more contrast depending on what you're up to. It also has the ability to do video, panoramic images, as well as time-lapse videos. So that's a great tool if you want to measure the change in temperature over time for diagnostic purposes, whether it's on your automobile or in your house. Additionally, it has a what's called an auto-tune function. Has an auto-tune function because essentially it measures all the relative heat in the scene. So if you're inside and walk outside, the temperature is going to be vastly different, so you need to reset the image, so to speak, and it does it automatically. You can also do it manually hitting that button. It also has a spot temperature reading. It's accurate within a couple degrees, so if you want to spot measure an object, it does so in both Fahrenheit as well as Celsius.
So what kind of price point are we looking at here when this comes out?
For this device, we haven't yet released the price. However, this is the second generation, and the first generation, which is only available for the iPhone 5 and 5S, is on sale globally at apple.com and flir.com for $249 US.
All right.